There we go. Okay, welcome all and welcome whatnot. We're doing a one-on-one this time because Tracy and Johnson are basically out. Tracy, I believe, needs to study. So I'm here with just Aman, and we are
Yep.
speaking about cars today,
Yes, we
slash maybe
are.
driving.
Yep.
So, okay, do you want to actually start asking questions? Maybe just turn the tables this time.
All right. Yeah, because this is my topic. I like cars. I know almost everything about cars. Pretty much in this group. If I don't know something, I research the hell out of it.
Well, I mean, okay, then here's a question: do you know how to like change the engine and stuff?
No.
Okay, exactly. It's more about you like what's the nice stuff of the cars.
Yeah,
Not
I
the dirty.
drive.
You're one of those dudes that likes to just jump into a car rather than jump to fix a car and change
Yeah,
it.
no, that's what my mechanic's for.
Yeah, because even then, for me, I'm like, I think I would want to learn how to do that just only because if you want to tune up your car
Yeah,
yourself.
okay, fair enough on that
You know what I
point.
Hell
Yeah, so we're gonna be looking at cars and stuff like car culture. See if we can fit it all in today.
yeah. Okay. Do you want to start asking questions or should I jump in?
Ask away, man, because
Okay. Because I'm pretty good at it. Okay, let's just start off with one of the most easiest and basic questions: is your favorite and your hated, your most. So, yeah, and we can drop
Oh, man.
any car,
okay,
any
my favorite car.
like it has to be your dream, type
Oh,
of
my
shit.
dream car.
Yeah.
The Alfa Romeo HC Disco Volante. It is the most beautiful car I've ever seen,
Okay.
and I just saw I just see it every now and then on like Top Gear and like all these old car shows and like seeing it online.
Okay. Then the next part of that is why though? Why do you love it so much?
Just like it's a beautiful car. It's amazing to drive as far as I can tell.
Okay.
It's just this insane dream, and it's like the coolest. It's like an Italian car that makes Italian cars, and it's a piece of history at the same time in the future. Because for one, it takes a coach builder to make this car. It takes a standard Alfa Romeo HC. It's shipped to Milan. They do coach building, and then they ship it back to you, and then you're not allowed to drive it on roads because a coach builder made it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, laws are ridiculous all over the world.
Oh man, that's silly. But let's see. I think for me, I think just because I would say the freaking like the Veyron, like come on, it's the Bugatti.
the
I mean
Bugatti.
because I like the concept of speed. You know what I mean?
Of course, everyone
Like
does.
everybody does, and I want to go for the extreme. But it's actually not my favorite car though. I think the
it for
the GTR.
GTR?
Because I have just no. Because seriously, I don't know. I have mad respect for just sports cars and also what it was meant. You know what I mean? Because even then, it's like like the Japanese market and stuff. Like people, I like. Okay, I don't know if you will agree with me on this, but do you feel like sometimes the Japanese market for cars and stuff is a little underfunded comparatively to the European one though? Or not underfunded, underappreciated. Sorry.
Underappreciated for sure, because like legit, I could probably get myself an Acura, which is just as luxury. Like it's a very luxury car, and it's a lot cheaper than a European car. But no one ever thinks about that. Like a handful of people think about that. And yeah, like also you can get like luxury models of a Toyota. Like let's take Toyota makes a car called the Avalon, and it's like their luxury car, but it's like basically all Lexus luxury shit in it.
Well,
So
damn.
what is that? But it's like maybe like 10 grand cheaper.
Yeah, because like even then for me, like I think if the Japanese were to ever make which is why I'm like saying that the GTR is one of the fucking sickest things, is I really feel like if they were to push more, I feel like they could seriously make a balling ass car that could compete against the Veyron. You know what I mean? Because I mean
totally
it's
could.
literally the fastest car right now, and I feel like the GTR, if they were to like just go fuck it, we want to win in that race, and they just
They could.
like I really feel like they would. Like if they took some dumb steps and then just fucking said fuck it, we want to make it an expensive ass car. I feel like they could do it, and I like it.
No, Nissan's amazing. Like as a car company, they're like one of the fastest, and they're really reliable, depending on the car.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that.
Like, legit, they're fast. Look at the Infinity line. I love the Infinity line.
All right. Oh, no, I don't really have much else to say about it because I just love the GTR.
Okay.
Really.
Hated.
Yeah. Hated for me. Oh God. Okay. I think my most hated ones is any of the block ass cars.
Block.
Like, you know, okay, like I'm talking about
like big
the
block.
Soul. Like like,
square cars.
Yeah, like like the Cube or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Those cars bother the fuck out of me.
Actually,
They are literally a shape. They're not like, okay, you know how cars, they have like nice cool designs and some of them can be somewhat boxy, but these are straight up a fucking box.
Okay, yeah, because when you said block, I was like, wait, you hate Chevy big blocks?
No, like they're literally a box though. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. I don't mind the Soul. The Soul's arguably nice. I kind of want one.
If you ever get one, I'll be actually mad with you.
Dude, it's fuel efficient.
No, it's not. My Juke is fuel efficient comparatively to it.
I like the Juke. Okay, what? We'll look at the statistics later.
Okay, we'll double check on that because I swear to God, I'm pretty sure because that thing is not aerodynamic.
It's not, but it's got a little engine and it's fuel of blah blah blah.
That thing looks like it probably causes problems for itself.
Okay, so my most hated is the Prius.
The Prius.
The Prius, the most horrible car ever, because it's not even. People are like, oh, it's so environmental. It's not environmental at all, dude. Lithium ion has to be mined in Ontario, shipped to China to be made into foam, and then packaged in Japan, and then like shipped again to Canada, where it is then made into a Prius, and then we send it around Canada and America. It took more kilometers to make the car than for you to drive it.
No, that's quite true.
Like, legit, it's a horrible, horrible car.
Okay. Shit.
Future of cars. Here's a good question. Do you where do you stand on the electric car versus hydrogen car standpoint?
Ooh, okay. Well, okay. Here's the thing, though. After seeing that video that you showed me with like the original crew of the, what is it called? Top Gear?
Yeah.
Right? I don't, what was their new show is called exactly?
Grand Tour.
Grand Tour?
Oh,
yeah.
right, the Tesla.
Yeah, the Tesla. Okay, I have to say, I'm sorry. Unless they have something that literally blows me away like that, I'm sorry, man, but hydrogen is like,
okay,
power.
Hold on. The only reason you like the Tesla Model X, oh, I hope they don't sue us for this, is because it can dance after it wins a race.
No, but you saw how actual fast it went, though.
It was fast,
Its
yeah.
acceleration is insane. Like, if they manage to somehow build it to top speeds, so it actually hits good speeds.
Yeah, but it takes, like, 3 or 4 hours to charge the thing?
But that makes sense. It's an electric battery.
Yeah, why would I do that when I can, like, fill up hydrogen in 10 seconds?
But when you would just charge it at night.
Yeah, and then I'd have to wake up to uncharge it so that it doesn't overcharge.
Well, okay. But the thing is, though, we have tech that should actually... Because the thing is, though, it's... How many years has it already been for it? Because it's been 5 comparatively to... Well, even then,
No,
hydrogen is still using fuel-based type of tech, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, it leaves nothing but water vapor behind.
No, but no. That's not my point. Like, the technology of burning something to basically get a car or like an engine going, right?
Yeah.
Is old tech. Whereas in getting a car to move with purely electricity,
Which is also old tech.
yeah, it's relatively old tech. But you gotta remember which been pushed more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, fuck. We have the Veyron and the Bugatti already. I mean, the Veyron
V16
and,
monster.
and like the GTR that pushes
V8
already
kind of
that
monster.
shit. So
Well, actually, it is a monster.
yeah, both of them are monsters, man. You can't argue it.
Yeah, of
And
course. But okay, so electric cars have been around since 1902.
1902.
Yeah.
But like, still, like the reason why I mention it is because like their tech, like they just recently technically went like, because the only company I think of when they bring out with like power and also speed is Tesla. Like there's no been other, because remember all the other companies were like, we want, you know, to help nature, but I'm like, fuck that. I want,
Pfizer Karma.
dude, no, but seriously, I want a sports car that's electric, and I want to see how it performs. No, being serious.
Mercedes SLS electric.
Okay, then does it? Okay, then here's the question: does it outperform the actual Tesla? Like with
Like,
its
okay, so
actual?
the Tesla Roadster, I'm not 100% sure because like if so, someone probably already did a drag race with the SLS electric and the Tesla because
Yeah.
also like okay, so Audi makes e-tron as well, which is very interesting. Basically, it's taking an R8 and making it electric, and taking their SUV and making it electric, and they're really fast as well.
Okay.
So I feel like they can do the same thing. The issue I have is that they need a new battery.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Like being fully serious, if we're doing it from the standpoint of like, you know, fun versus actually, being actually green and efficient and shit. Okay, I get it with the side of like hydrogen of being much more green and efficient. I'm just talking about the fun side right now.
Oh yeah, the
You know
fun
what I
side.
mean?
Okay,
'Cause
okay.
I'm being serious.
Alright,
I
you
want to see a race between a gas car, right? Because we're already seeing it with the fucking, Tesla and stuff.
Grand Tour.
Yeah, on Grand Tour. They showed it, and I was actually blown away and impressed. Like, hands down, no, dude. Everybody, like, I was sitting there, and you were probably sitting there, like, man, this Tesla is gonna die, whatever, right? And then you see it beat it. I'm like, holy shit, wait.
I knew it wasn't gonna die because I know Elon Musk is a speed freak as well.
No, I know, but I mean, like, it's probably gonna be like, oh, it's gonna launch for a good bit, and then it's gonna get overtaken immediately.
Yeah.
No, it actually beat it though. Like, I was blown away though, because I was like,
Almost
what
got
the
overtaken.
fuck? Almost, but it still had like a good portion to breach. I was like, damn, like that's crazy though, because like for me, I'm like for the fun side, purely for the fun side, we're talking about it. Like, I want to see what they can do out of all three type of fuels. Actually, all four, because there is diesel and stuff, and I want to see them. No, like
diesel.
being serious though, like
Yeah.
if they were to like, I want to see for the fun side, like seeing them.
Okay. So basically, what we need is the Porsche 966, a way more powerful Tesla for racing,
Yeah,
and a Veyron.
yeah, Veyron, and wait, what would be?
And for no one races diesels. Like I guess an American truck that's been
I
hyped
don't
up.
know. See, but that was the thing though. I want to see what's their actual capabilities for the fun
Diesel,
side. You know what I mean?
diesel.
No, 'cause-
Oh, Jaguar made a car back in the 2000s that ran on anything.
well, shit.
Yeah. So.
And a turn of fuel, because there is a such thing as cooking fuel cars. Remember?
Right.
No, yeah. Like, and I'm like, you know what? Because instead of dumping, like food waste oils, they used it. Being serious though, it's fun stuff though. That's the fun side.
Oh,
you
is
know what I mean?
it like biodiesel? Like
Yeah. Like they somehow convert the oil from.
Yeah.
like,
So that's
yeah.
biodiesel. That's biodiesel.
But dude, because being serious though, do you not want to see the most powerful iterations of these? Like, because we already see the Veyron for gas and stuff, and I'm thinking like, okay, I want to see them push even further, just for the fun side. You know what I mean? Like, let's just address the fun side first, because it's the fun side, right? Fuck, like I want to see what a hydrogen car would be like at its top peak. You know what I mean? What if,
Right
like,
now, the Porsche 966 Spider.
Mine's, oh god, okay, but like, what would be its like top speeds and shit? Like, you know what I mean? I want to see its power and stuff too. Like, that would be the dopest shit, dude. Like, come on, wouldn't you want to see that?
I love that car. So, alright, give me a second. Let me show you.
No, man, come on. Like, I want to see the statistics because it would be so cool.
Or the
to see
918.
race.
That's what I meant.
Oh, the 918.
Yeah, the
okay.
966 is something else.
Yeah, look up like its actual power, but like seriously though, whoever is like listening to this, I'm being serious. Like, on the funner side, and specifically this is car still, right? Like, would you not want to see these things perform the way, like, doing stuff like, racing and stuff, and then seeing them actually push stuff, or like not push, but pull stuff. You know what I mean? Because like after we saw the what was that Porsche, that one SUV or whatever that actually pulled the
the Porsche Cayman.
Yeah, dude. Do you not want to see their actual most powerful iterations of these actual fuel types pull and or race and stuff? Like, would you not want to see it? Like,
Yeah, alright.
yeah, like it would be super dope, man. Like, fuck. Because I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, if Tesla was able to do this with electric, what is the capabilities of actual electric cars? Because remember when like people first heard about it, they were like, oh, it's not that powerful, right? Like, people were shit talking it really hard, right? Like, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. And I honestly wondered, like, what is now the actual max limit of actual electric? Like, for now. Like, you know, if, in year, they're like, they got the best motherfuckers all together, and they were just like, let's do it. Let's pop this thing into a demon, you know what I mean? And let's make it race.
Okay, so the Porsche 918 top speed is 340 kilometers an hour, 211 miles per hour.
And I'm pretty sure that comparatively actually is, I think that's near the GTR, right?
I don't think so. Give me a second. Let me see how much.
Let's look up, because I believe the Veyron is 400s, right?
Something like that. So the GTR is 313.8 kilometers an hour. So for about $700,000 more dollars, you can get up to 340 kilometers an hour, which is about 20 kilometers more per hour.
Okay, shit, that's respectable though. I have to say that's honestly respectable, right? Like that's because I'm pretty sure the Veyron's at 400, right? You want to do a double check on that? Cause like, dude, no joke though. Like, it would be one of the most funnest things to actually see.
408.
Yeah, so 408. Yeah.
What about the Chiron?
Oh right, yeah, they did create a new one too.
Give me a second. So the Chiron is 261 miles per hour. How much is that in kilometers?
Oh,
463 kilometers an hour.
damn. Okay. So it beats it pretty much by 120 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, then what is the fastest electric car then? I seriously wonder.
It's the Tesla. It's probably the Tesla.
Cause okay,
Wait, hold up.
I really want to see that, man. Like, I really want to see that. That's so fucking crazy.
Okay, fastest electric car. Oh, it's actually the Rimac C2.
Rimac C2, and what is top speed then?
Give me a second. Let me search it up.
Because I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm pretty sure I think for electric cars it'd be more diverse. You know what I mean? In the sense of like acceleration and stuff like that. Because if they took that acceleration system and put it into that, if it's considerably the fastest one, right?
Okay, so its top speed is 365 kilometers an hour.
Oh shit, that actually beats the hydrogen one, right?
Yeah, it does.
Holy crap.
Yeah. The next car behind it is the Tesla Roadster.
Shit.
Yeah, which we launched into space. It's on its way back home from where did it go? Did it already went to Mars, right?
I don't remember. I'm just, oh man. Oh fuck. But that does make me raise the question then. Like, would you not want to see it? Like, because I'm pretty sure, yes, the fucking Chiron or whatever it's called would basically just destroy everything. Like, at, like, the end of the race. But then I do wonder what would be, like, you know, the actual race in between the other gas systems. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know how dope would that actually be? Fuck. Oh.
Yeah, so there's a chance that Elon Musk's Tesla could return to Earth. The solar radiation makes...
Either way. So let's continue this before I basically just have more fun freaking like
yeah,
on
like
my
legit,
things.
you're going off, man.
But no, because it's true though. Like, would you not want to see that? Like everybody in the comic section, whoever is like listening to this, do you not agree with me to see actually them race together? See them like take curves and stuff like from car mechanics and stuff, right?
All right, so
like,
basically just have the world's fastest of each fuel race.
Yeah,
Yes.
like,
okay.
that would be the dopest thing, right?
All right, we'll get one of each of them and meet at the Nürburgring.
Yeah, exactly. Because that would be one of the coolest things. Like, you know, seeing them straight accelerate and stuff like that. Dude, like, that would be one of the coolest things.
Yeah,
because,
it would
like,
be,
the
yeah.
different systems and shit, like, man. But from, like, okay, back to actually, you know, fun, like, outside of the fun reality stuff. And down to, like, the what's more green. If you're talking, for me, about, you know, either being more green from being hydrogen or being green from electricity, honestly, I do agree with you on hydrogen. I just don't know how, like, a lot of people complain about its safeties, right?
Yeah.
And, like, yes, we all get it. Hydrogen bombs. You know, that's what they fear, because that's what an
No, what they
engine blocks.
fear is the Zeppelin.
No, what I'm saying is that because it's still an engine block,
Yeah.
which is filled with hydrogen.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? If you okay, like, cause you know how already cars with engine oil and stuff, like oil and stuff,
Yeah.
already catches on fire. I just question how safe will it be? Because even as much as we say, oh, it's definitely safe, but if that thing sparks for a second, that thing blows up as a hydrogen bomb. You know what I mean?
All right, fair enough.
Like that's the only reason why I would say it would be kind of unsafe. Like if it manages to spark, that would be the only issue. Tesla, on the other hand, like with its like electric,
it could also blow up.
yeah, it could also blow up. But like in my opinion, it's just because of its giant ass battery, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a big ass battery, and if Samsung has showed us anything,
Yeah, that's gonna be a big explosion. Like
Yeah.
that's like how about like 500.
But you gotta remember
Batteries.
though, what's bigger is a battery exploding or a hydrogen engine exploding. Because I'm pretty sure if you understand anything, hydrogen is
hydrogen's-
big, boom, boom. You know what I mean? It's big. But which one's more efficient? Arguably, I would say hydrogen. Because you could draw it from fucking anywhere.
We could, but like the thing is, right now we're pretty bad at it as humans. We're drawing it from natural gas.
What do you mean natural gas? It's like, wait,
Like
natural
we're-
gas, like...
The natural gas we get from the earth. And its byproduct is carbon, and that's a whole thing, and it's annoying because we're trying to get it from water, but at the same time, we're bad at that still.
Well, isn't it because the efficiency of drawing hydrogen actually from its oxygen counterpart is stupidly expensive?
Yeah, through electrolysis, but if we get more efficient, it gets cheaper. And that's it's a long-term game. Because like that's how it was with drawing oil from the earth. It was expensive in the beginning, and then it got easier and easier, and now it's like...
You're basically what you're saying is that you want it to over time become much more scientifically smarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like, if we can, like, seriously, it's like self-replicating, basically taking it from the water, have it detach hydrogen, and then when it comes out, the hydrogen meets with air, and it turns into water again.
Yeah, but I don't know how actually easy would that system actually be because already, like, remember, because splitting things that already are attached to each other from what little chemistry I understand, I don't know how actually easy, because remember, you have to do it en masse, right? And then
Yeah.
keeping it from touching oxygen again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the moment when it touches oxygen again, it becomes basically water.
It can be done in a vacuum.
Yeah, but but here's the problem though. Once again, as I'm saying, is it's like if you do it in a vacuum, you would have to have a massive center just to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that would be like, first of all, that'd be stupidly expensive. The only problem is that the long term gain, but how because what I'm saying is the long term gain could be beautiful, right? But the problem is that the short term could kill them. You know what I mean? Like whoever. Like, you know, even then, like, if you make a mistake, that's pure hydrogen. That thing goes off, as I said, it blows up and
Yeah, that is true.
kills.
Why don't we just, like, start thinking about thorium engines?
What a thorium.
Thorium's a very, very powerful nuclear thing, but it's not it's not uranium. Uranium's the dangerous one. Thorium is pretty safe. Because it
Nuclear.
doesn't do that.
Well, okay,
And there's no
okay.
radiation.
There isn't?
Like, not like uranium. Like, it's, like,
Okay,
way
that-
toned down.
That's... The thing is,
We can
though,
hold it with our
it's-
hands.
Okay, that... If you're able to hold it with your hands, I question how much quantity does it have to be, though? Because even then, I'm thinking, yeah, eventually we'll have to have uranium or, like, nuclear-esque, like, stuff. But really, in reality, I don't know if it'll actually be, honestly, that nuclear. You know what I mean? Because when I think of nuclear, I think of, like, actually stuff... Okay, wait, let's see. Liquid radioactive material, chemical symbol of 90. Spits the air, forming uranium dioxide. Moderately hard, malleable. But I don't know. I mean, is there a lot of research? Is there tons of it, too? And, like... Because even then, for me, I'm like, okay, if we're talking about alternative stuff... If you could literally make a trash burning fucking, you know...
Oh, that's Sweden.
No, but I mean as an engine to a car. Even though I'm pretty sure it'd terribly kill
It
everybody.
would be
because-
horrible if we put it as a car.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, okay, it would be nightmare fuel for like people's lungs and anybody who like they would just die from it. But like, because I'm thinking if you could do it to cooking oil, for example, and then like that's the reason why it's super cool because it's like okay, as much as a lot of people hate on diesel, I think biodegradable diesel or the sense of like recycled
Biodiesel.
biodiesel or whatever it's called is honestly a sweet way how to go for going green though because you're technically taking the oil that was used for cooking and stuff and reusing it and it's kind of a recycled type of shit, you know what I mean? And even then I'm thinking if they were to go nuclear in that sense, like you know what I mean, like I question it, and also the power and the people that would want to use it for some bad shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing about thorium is it doesn't really do anything bad.
Yeah, but then why? Okay, it only emits how much radiation? Like a light amount, or because you're able to hold it and stuff. But then, like, my question is like, okay, like, I don't know how abundant would it be first of all, and then after it's
There's a ton of it in Saskatchewan.
really well
Yeah,
shit.
tons.
I don't know, but even then, I would be like, I wonder how would you develop a system that would prevent it from. Like if it's not that nuclear, but then how would you able to fuel anything? Because isn't nuclear diffusion like produces heat and then after you use the heat basically as a giant
To
steam?
spin turbines and that. Yeah, so basically, because it has a higher melting point, that's the idea.
Okay, well you heat it up, you boil water and have steam go through it and stuff. But like in a car, I wonder how would you shrink that?
Details.
But that's the point. Like, I don't know. I mean, it would be a cool green system if they did do it. I'm more thinking of the fun shit of, like,
Ooh, we could maybe make a giant fighting robot with that shit.
it would be kind of dope, actually.
Yeah,
though.
no, seriously, I got this.
Like a nuclear actual reactor and a giant Gundam or something with it.
I think that's the only way we could power Gundams is nuclear power.
Well, yeah, they would have to. Like, they would have to, honestly. In
Yeah,
that case. Like, my lord. Because, like, powering a whole giant metal skyscraper that's moving and shooting stuff
Yeah, that's
pretty much
nuclear.
would need a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, exactly. Like legit, you watching Gundam Seed when I was a kid, I was like, that is so cool. And I was an adult, I'm like, yeah, they're using nuclear reactors in that shit, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they have to. I mean, come on, you're moving essentially what is 5 skyscrapers and then 2 that are infused for a body.
Yeah, fair
Like,
enough.
that's literally
yeah.
what they are.
Okay, so we have really gone off topic.
Yeah, we did because it was originally what is
Cars.
our cars between.
What's horrible, what we like.
No, specifically the main question that was asked by you was, what's my pick on electric or hydrogen? And I feel like okay, in a fun stance,
Electric.
I want to see electric because it's potentially I was like after seeing Elon and their cars and stuff, like dude, that's some dope shit. You know what I mean?
Watch the car dance, and that's what.
No,
you
it's
get
not
out of
even.
it.
No, I don't care about the car dancing. That acceleration, man. Did you not see it outbeat the Audi?
I did.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then what got you was it dancing.
Yeah, they got me sold on the dancing. Like after the acceleration, I was like, you know what? They got me sold. Dancing car? Fuck yeah, man. Like, oh, goddamn, tech is a
All right.
beautiful thing in this world.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Oh, yo, did you know some guy? Because of that feature where you can use your phone to make it move forwards a bit
Yeah.
and backwards a bit.
Yeah.
He found a way to get around like parking tickets if he has 2 spots. So basically, if he's watching from his office, he just every couple hours he'll just move the car up a spot and down a spot.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
what a
exactly,
guy! So
bro.
he just goes up to the window and okay, for cost efficiency, that's
Yeah,
some dope shit.
that
though.
is, yo,
that
straight
is some dope stuff. But I mean honestly though, I know hydrogen would be just so much more cost efficient though. Just
Yeah,
knowing
no,
truthfully.
like, we live in the city with the most expensive parking in our core. Like, is it the most expensive now?
I don't know because I mean, for fuck's sakes, like actually it could be because our minimum wage in ours, because like I actually called my cousin in Toronto and he was like, no, we're at like $11 50. And I
For
was like,
minimum wage.
yeah, for minimum wage. So
Shit.
ours is probably like
Yeah,
the
but
moment when like our shit inflates.
yeah, but
it's
for whatever
bigger.
reason, it's insanely expensive to like rent anything in Toronto.
Oh yeah, I don't know why. I think it's just probably because of its.
We're off topic again.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, this was supposed to be about cars.
This is all about.
You know what? Okay,
So-
let me drop another question so we don't
Yeah.
get off topic too hardcore. Okay, let's see. What is your actual opinion on the electric car world entering just the general cars? You know what I mean? Because it is a weird question because in the sense of not that many companies are doing it. Tesla's the main one. But do you feel like it's actually value that we actually have? First of all, different gas systems, right? Because it's nice.
Okay, so electric cars are good, and actually there are tons doing electric. Toyota, Honda, Volkswagen, every main car company is doing something electric. Chevy did the whole Volt thing. Nissan got a prize for the Leaf.
Okay.
Tesla's just bounds ahead of everyone, and then we got Flash Karma, which came back to life, and I'm hoping they'll do something amazing.
But what's your opinion on it? Because do you feel like it's like when they're releasing all these cars and stuff, do you feel like it's potentially hurting the potential of actual car, or like in the sense of fun and then efficiency? You know what I mean? Because there's the theory that if you are focusing on something else, you get too distracted. Because like if you do refine the gas system somehow to make it so it burns almost to close to nothing gas, how crazy would that be? And
I
do you
think
feel
that
like
would be
it's
better. Like, okay, if we can make cars have like way more output power with the minimum like drops of gasoline, that would be awesome. Like, it would like make gas cars more viable, but at the same time, we shouldn't really try to make them more viable. We should be looking at alternative fuels. Like, for one, I want better, more efficient fuel cells, and better infrastructure for said fuel cells.
Yeah, because even for me, the reasoning why I'm thinking that what would be cool is that if there were companies that were focused, specifically right now, if they were just making engines and stuff, to like, okay, like, you know when you told me that, I think it was a Japanese company or whatnot, that made a engine that was like 600 horsepower?
Nissan.
Yeah, with
Three
only
cylinders.
3 cylinders, though.
Yep.
I'm actually
That was
blown
years
away and
ago,
impressed.
man.
No, but that's the thing though. What is the limitation for me in my head is of how many cylinders for power, you know what I mean? Because like in the sense of imagine if you could still have like say you have a V6 but you only like what 2 cylinders and it's pushing V6 levels. You know what I mean? But
Also,
it's, like,
basically a V2 with the power of a V6.
yeah, but like what I'm trying to say is but like with its intake of a V2 included.
Yeah.
That would be, you know how actually insane that would be? Because even then, for me, like, don't get me wrong, like, why am I mentioning this? Is because imagine if we could replace almost, like, all of our, like, you know how, like, we have semis and shit, and they're the ones that burn big fuel, right? Hands down, right? Like,
And jets.
yeah, like, and jets. Because jet engines is different because you're flying
And
a
boats.
massive plane. And then
Yeah, but still.
boats are the same thing. You're because even then, like when you think of those like giant sea carriers that carry thousands of products on it, it's like okay, I understand why. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking because most of the time the fuel is going directly into the cars. You know, like fuel's being burnt majority by cars. Like I think planes are probably a quarter of what the whole world burns for fuel for cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like damn. And which is raises the question is like, do you think that there should be more focus on that? You know what I mean?
On basically just cleaner burning.
Yeah, and shrinking. You know
And
what I mean?
shrinking. Yeah, no, of course, there totally should be. Because at some point, like, if we can get the power of a V12 in a 3-cylinder, that's amazing. And then, like, if we can, like, if we won't need it anymore. Like, we won't need that V12 anymore. We got this V3 that's just doing everything you need.
Because God, like, if the torque and everything could push still, dude, oh.
That's
like
like a nice
imagine
level.
shipments and shit, like, those things would be fine at that point. So, okay, but like, here's a good question. Do you think that there's going to be a lot of sloppy shit when it comes down to, like, because you already mentioned it, there's tons of companies that are going for electric, purely electric.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's going to be a lot of sloppy shit cars?
Oh, dude. With any transition, there's always like I don't know what it was with GM back in the 2000s. They made so many horrible cars,
Oh, yeah.
and then I don't know. I feel like every time there's a horrible car, it's usually GM now. And in the 2000s, they made so many shiny, horrible cars.
Oh, yeah. I do agree. Oh, actually, that's another question we could have asked later. But yeah, no, I definitely can see where you're going.
So,
from.
like, yeah, so essentially, right now is metamorphosis time for car companies. It's just like, oh, hey, here, this is done. No, just don't do a slapdash. Do it properly. Like, Saab. Now, Saab was interesting. They made a horrible idea and a good idea. Horrible idea, good idea. Where they made a horrible idea, they followed up with one hell of a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
They had, like, this car with a joystick.
Wait, you mean like you actually would turn with the joystick?
Yes, you would turn with a joystick.
Oh, oh God!
That was horrible.
You know, okay, wait. Just a quick, slight off topic from that. Then it kind of makes me wonder if I would be better of a driver.
No, you won't.
with a joystick.
No one would. Nope.
Okay.
That's helicopter shit, man.
But it would be just hysterical.
No,
I would be so like laughing myself to death if I was better. No, if I was better with a joystick, because I'm a fucking gamer or something.
Yeah.
That would just be hysterical. Because I know that they rigged cars with some weird shit in the past. Like they rigged it with like a fucking Xbox controller. So hands down, that was one of the most weirdest things I've seen.
Yeah, but then they follow it up with like the most safe car you could ever get. Like I'm still talking about Saab. Yeah. So they'll have a shitty car, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, let's make this safe, and it'll be an amazing car." And then they'd make it faster, more economical, just all around insanely awesome car. A lot of rally cars. Like they made some great rally cars back in the day.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
I miss Saab. I want them back in Canada.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, then here's two questions. I guess that can actually lead into more stuff. Is because we are in Canada. What is a car you really want from that we can't get?
Okay,
I wouldn't even answer this because I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about now.
Yeah.
A car we can't get in Canada. There is a lot. For one, like if we're looking at old school cars, I want a Mazda RX-7, but like that is a really hard one to get in Canada originally. Now we can import so many of them. A Skyline, also importable. One thing that's really hard to get is what I want as a daily driver. The Citroen DS Racing. It's this little hatchback, and it's like this. It's just this nice, good hatchback, and it's like got carbon fiber interiors. It looks amazing, and it's like just this racing style car, like race ready car.
Okay.
We can't get that in Canada. It's a French car, and Citroen would not come here because for the North American market, for people who don't know why we don't get all these European cars here, but they can get a ton of our cars, well, at least a handful, is because European markets have to just do the Eurozone, like the Euro NCAP safety rating. When it comes here, it costs a lot of money to do the American system, because they have their own, and then Canada system because we had to be different. So the North American market is under-tapped by European companies because of this. We don't do that. I feel like we should have just stuck with the Euro NCAP because like they're the most efficient. Like they will give anyone like a horrible like that's one of the reasons why I won't have a van ever, because the vans get like the worst ratings. Like the Dodge Caravan actually gets a 0 safety rating. That defeats the point of having a Dodge Caravan.
Oof.
Like, you buying this to be safe with your kids, and here it is getting 0 on a safety score. Like, why are you buying this? No, go to Toyota, get theirs. At least you'll have a big engine. Or like a Lotus engine.
Okay.
Same engine they put in the Lotus.
Okay. I guess leading into another thing, since you really don't like certain companies and stuff, what is your least favorite company then for cars?
GM.
GM? Okay.
GM.
Why though?
Recalls. A bunch of people dying because of said recalls. Not blaming people's keychains for the car stopping mid-drive.
What the fuck? They actually did this?
Yes, they did.
Holy shit! I was just gonna say Ford because I was like, this
Yeah,
pretty
it's not
bad
very
cars.
fuel efficient.
Yeah.
But no. GM is like, as a company, they're horrible. Like, they bought out so many great car companies and then
Killed them, right?
killed them off because they couldn't afford to keep them, or they'd sell them off, and then basically they just ruined a whole bunch. Look at the reason why Saab isn't here anymore is because Saab didn't listen to GM while they were owned by GM. They did it. They were like, no, we can do this better here, and they did it better. They would always do it better. So GM sold them off because they were losing money on them, because Saabs were essentially Swedish cars still. They weren't copying and pasting the work from GM.
No, I know. GM has a pretty bad piss poor.
And then they destroyed Pontiac, and then they messed up. What was that other car company? Astra. We call them Saturns here. Vauxhall. They messed up Vauxhall, but
Vauxhall, yeah.
Basically GM just wanted to control everything, and then they messed up, and then they had to sell off almost everything. And
I do see what you mean.
Yeah, GM's just the worst.
GM is bad. I think it's just because I don't like Ford because of just personal reasons.
Dude, your dad has one Ford.
Yeah, No, he actually had multiple Fords in the past.
Yeah, okay, no.
Most of them honestly sucked on gas, though.
Oh, dude, they are horrible on gas.
Yeah, dude, like, okay, it's weird because I'm like the guy that was talking earlier about fucking burning fuel like as hard as you can. But seriously, though, from a standpoint, I usually like to just drive whatever is efficient. I mean,
yeah,
and safe.
You have to remember though, your dad's Ford is the Expedition, and it's an old Expedition. It's 2004,
Oh
right?
yeah, no, I know. But because even then, I'm thinking of modern ones too. But like,
modern ones aren't bad.
Yeah, they're okay.
Like, okay, so if it's a totally different classic car, but the Ford Focus is the new one's pretty good. The Ford Fiesta is actually a German car, so you know it's made good.
Okay.
And the Ford Fusion is really good too. At least it looks good.
But I mean, okay, wait. Here's my question for you that actually I wanted to raise too. Is first of all, you agree with me that I believe that there are some car companies that just need to fuck off from each other?
GM.
Because no, just like remember how I told you that some of the cars in between, I think like 2013 to now.
Oh, they all look alike?
Yeah, they all look alike because for some freaking reason, they kept on copying each other to the point where...
Oh, the whole copy and paste thing, yeah.
Yeah, I could not fucking tell. And it's not even... And they're not even in the same countries. They're like... There's Japanese that are looking like American and Americans looking like Japanese ones. And then after the... Like, I didn't know why. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
So one of my favorite episodes of Top Gear is when they gave them mid-sized SUVs that are very popular here in Canada and the US, and told them to attach trailers to them, and they were like looking at them and they're like, so that's a no, that's not the Volkswagen, there's that, and then they're like, they all look alike.
Yeah.
They actually somewhat do. It's really...
It's not somewhat, it's just true. Even the guys on Grand Tour were like, what the fuck is this? And I agree with them. It's bad. It's like when you look at this shit, you're like, what the hell's happening? Like, being serious, I don't even know what is happening between those times.
Although there's only so many shapes, you should like try to not make yourself look like the next car.
Yo, man, it's true though, because don't get me wrong, like, I at least commend the square shapes, like, because at least they're different. And I'm happy about that, because, like, oh, God, like, we've seen so many of the same iteration shit. It's so bad. So, well, here's a good question, then. Do you... Okay, and I know this is going to get controversial over here, because it's about the Lambo, but do you feel like the Lamborghini like the Lamborghini cars and stuff, they're more
Lamborghini.
look than bite. You know what I mean?
No, they are equal parts look and bite. Because they look really, really good, and they bite hard. Like, dude, those things are fast.
Okay, what's the top speed though? Because I mean, like,
Which Lamborghini?
okay, let's just go for the fastest one and another.
Okay, so the fastest Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Because they make so many different variants. Like, they make the Aventador as a basic, the big Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And then they'll make some hidden extra Lamborghini that you can only get if you're a certain person. You have to apply to buy certain cars with them, and it's like amazing how much more powerful those ones are.
Okay. Because I do wonder, like, because the thing is though, the one thing I never actually understood is that for Lambos and stuff, is like, what is the actual max speed and stuff? Because I never hear anybody talking about its actual like inner workings versus its actual just looks. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know why is that. Because it's like, for me, like, nobody ever wants a Lambo for its actual craziest speeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone just wants to be a show off.
Yeah.
But the Aventador is amazing.
Okay, I really want to see what's its actual top speed. Because I'm being serious, and I wonder why. I guess it's just because, would you say that it is, oh shit, that's actually really good.
349 kilometers an hour for the Aventador.
Damn, okay. Yeah, like, do you feel like it's primarily a show-off car then?
No.
No?
If you're a decent like driver, like the Lamborghini is gonna be great for you.
Okay, because I think that's the problem then. I think it's just there's, like, then I think what it is, then, because I am learning about why people love Lambos. Because for me, I'm like, if I wanted speed and shit, the fucking highest ranking of car, the fucking, like, Veyron and the Saron, right, is
Veyron
what I
and
would, or,
Oh, Chiron.
yeah, the
Chiron.
Chiron, sorry, because I'm like, wait, the Chiron, I never actually knew that they actually came out with another one.
Oh,
until you actually just told me
yeah, and then
recently.
there's another one, but like I think it's a lighter car this time.
Oh, I see.
I know it's kind of weird.
Because even then, for me, I'd be like, if I wanted to show class and also power, like, that shit is what I would jump for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess it's just because I think the Lambo, in that case, is like where you want to already start showing off, you know, your like, expenses and shit, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, for me, I'm like, man, I'm too used to, like, just hearing about the top best for speed and then going for it, you know what I mean? Because even then, like, I'm being serious. Like, I don't think, like, even then, when you see a Lambo on the street and somebody that doesn't know cars, right? What would you first say to them? Is its expense, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many digits would it be to actually buy one? You know what I mean? Like,
But
it's,
a Lamborghini.
yeah.
I would. Depends on Lamborghini. I think like 300,000.
300,000? Yeah, like, but that's the point though. Like, but that was the point. Like, you would usually probably go to, like, going, this is an expensive car. You know what I mean? That's what you would most likely default to.
Yeah. Basically.
Versus going like, no, this is a beast-ass fast car. You know what I mean? It's one of those types of scenarios. And that's what I feel about what, like, I think the problem with me and, like, Lambos is that nobody actually, because even then, I'm still new to the car world. Nobody actually really explains fucking cars by its speed. And do you feel like actually that's becoming a little bit, like, underground now? That, like, unless you were talking, no, like, what I mean is, like, you know how there's people who are out there that, like, you know, generally they'll see a really nice car and stuff and they'll just appreciate the looks and shit?
Yeah.
But do you feel like the actual speeds and shit of cars, like the actual beast inside of it?
Yeah, people are like just not paying attention to that part.
Yeah, like, because it doesn't feel like the world of actually the beast within is being shown anymore. It's kind of more like, oh yeah, that thing looks sick, you know, like it's sexy. And shit.
Yeah. So like basically, it's people just like, oh yeah, no, they're not paying attention to how fast it can actually go. Like they just like the look of it. Yeah, tons of people are like that.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
kind of
that's why so many people buy Porsches and they don't know which one they actually have.
Yeah, because, like, for me, I'm like, I actually miss that old concept of, like, you know, if you're like one of the people that are just starting to get into cars because, you know, maybe you just started driving or whatever, right? And I'm like, for me, I'm like, I always kind of wanted somebody to show me fucking speed, you know what I mean? Like, if I could meet a dude that was like, hell, man, I am a fucking actual racer that does, like, that type of shit. Like, you know, NASCAR racing and shit.
NASCAR.
And they're like, or like like actual like freaking major
F1,
races.
F1,
Yeah,
you want
F1's
F1.
then. Yeah, F1 then. And then goes like, hey, this is what real speed is like, and they fucking just put their foot in the
Yeah.
to the ground, and it's like, oh shit,
NASCAR, ew.
I don't even remember because I was just like, it's been a long time since I actually looked at that shit.
I remember. Okay, so like a British F1 commentator was asked to do a NASCAR once, and he was like, "They're turning left. They turned left again. Another left. Is this all they do? Is turn left? Oh, that one spun out. If you turn left too much, you will spin out at some point."
Oh god. Either way, but yeah, I don't know. It does make me kind of feel
Laughs at that shit.
sad about that though. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people are talking about the speed, and which is why I'm wondering: do you feel like the actual car community for beast cars are kind of being overthrown by actual just good-looking ass cars? Because even though, don't get me wrong, I do like a car that's been like properly decoed and like modded to shit, like with its looks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can appreciate it.
Okay, so yeah, that's only skin deep.
Yeah.
I think there are still tons of speed freaks out there. Like in our city, there's something. I don't know. Like in our city, like every few nights a week, there'll be bunch of like in the summer because winter sucks here.
There are fucking winters.
Winter is horrible.
Even though every summer we do randomly have snow sometimes.
Oh my god! Right?
Like we'll just randomly, it'd be like nice and warm, and then suddenly just you see the land just suddenly go misty gray, and then just snow. And then it snows again. I mean, then it's
we
sunny
don't
again.
we don't
It's
know
fucking
why.
weird.
So, excuse me, man. I didn't have a second coffee today. So, I feel like there's still plenty of speed freaks out there that are putting internal engine mods ahead of external body parts. Just straight up, like, modding the engine is like the main thing.
Okay, wait, then I have a good question for you, which is actually kind of like funky and leads into this. Would you rather than have a car that looks super dope on the outside, right? Like dope, like like the interior looks nice, the fucking outside is nice and shit, but it's fucking shit on the inside. It has no beast. It's just all looks versus a car that is like imagine
the Toyota FRS.
Oh, okay.
So,
and then,
like, it's a fun car, but like at the same time, it's not what you expected. You were expecting more out of that engine.
yeah, like, because I'm thinking like, but then here's the question then: would you rather than have a beast-ass car, but it's like on it's like pretty much driving a bucket, a metal bucket.
Looks wise, or does it
Like
have
it looks like a metal bucket, but its performance is amazing. Like somehow it has the engine of like the top best Lambo or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, and you're fucking driving this shit.
So basically, something that looks like a Yugo and drives like a Ferrari.
Yeah, that drives like a Ferrari in this case. What would you want?
Oh god, I can't have any compromise.
No compromise.
Okay, wait. It's the
extremes.
interior at least decent because I need somewhere comfortable to sit.
Interior that has to be okay. Imagine if it's like, remember the old traditional car race, like the supercars back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has that old type of interior with even the steering wheel being painful to use.
I don't mind that.
Okay.
I could handle that kind. Like I just can't handle boring. Like a gray, dreary interior with fake wood panel or whatever the hell the plastic panel. It's basically like the 2004 Chevy Impala interior. I hate that.
I see. Okay, but then which one would you rather have though?
Or okay, if I'm having if it's that interior set earlier, like the old school Lamborghini interior, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, because I'm like, I think I want to actually have.
I'll take the bucket. Yeah,
like I'd rather have the bucket than the the thing that essentially is just a shiny turd.
Right?
Yeah, because I'm too like, don't get me wrong, like it's the kind of like how I was talking to my friend and being like, hey, he was talking to me about modding his Lancer, and I respect his Lancer. It looks actually pretty good, especially since he had it damaged at one point, and he actually had what is it called? I think they're like he pretty much basically did racer stitchings on it, and it looks dope. It's like black on blue. I'm like, you know what? That's pretty sexy, right? Like, it looks battle scarred, and I'm like, oh, this does look good. But I was just like, imagine if you had like a straight black deco and stuff, you know, like going across it. Be sick. Don't get me wrong, I like those aesthetics. I want to see speed though. Actually, here's another question then. Who was the first one, or have you actually ever had anybody introduce you to the speed of cars and stuff? Like, who was like, hey, you know, they're an older cousin or something, and they go, you know, do you want to try to jump in this car? And it's like, you know, a really more higher on the end.
Oh, yeah, okay, so every now and then, my cousin Vinay will get a new car, which is like every couple of weeks.
Well, yeah. It's
I'm at this point, I think we're hosting bets on when and what he's going to get next. Right now, he's on a Porsche Macan,
Macaw, I think.
Macan?
Macaw, I believe it's
I
Macaw.
can't pronounce it.
Either way.
Porsche has interesting names for their SUVs. So basically about, I think, the third day of him having it, he let me drive it, and it gives you power, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't nod your head back. Like I'm going like 80 an hour, but my head doesn't get nodded back.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like instantly almost. And that was the most interesting thing to me because like every other car of his that I drove, we had a moment where our heads got nodded back. I remember his ISF.
Yeah.
He was too hungover to drive, so he let me drive, and I accidentally, without letting him pay attention, was driving it at 160, 70 per hour in a 60 zone.
Oh, shit.
What? It happens. It's
Yeah.
especially in a nice car that you really, really want.
Yeah.
Anyways, I did that, and then his Beamer. I was trying to get it up there, but like the annoying thing was he let me drive his Beamer during high traffic, and then he made me drive his Cherokee because he had a Cherokee, and he wanted me to appreciate it, kinda.
But okay, but
I don't like it.
You have to agree though. Old Cherokees, like,
Oh yeah, the old ones are great. This one we totaled.
fuck, I don't.
Well, we
remember.
didn't total, but like we he was driving it and something stopped working, and it was like an $8,000 fix, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go trade it in."
Oh fuck. Wait. Good question though for Cherokees because I think you agree with me though. I don't remember when did they stop making those more blocky Cherokees, like the old fashioned kind of
2008.
2008. Is it 2008?
Maybe.
I don't remember, but it's just basically before they started making them look like overly shinily weird fucking.
Are we talking Grand Cherokees or Cherokees? Because I mean like the Grand Cherokee. His was an SRT8.
Yeah, because no, I remember the old Grand Cherokee, like the ones that literally look like the, you know, like the
Like
old
the circle
US
headlight.
near, like the US style, like, you know, the almost like the Jeep type of shit.
Yeah.
Like back in the days, those things were seriously good though. Like I would argue, you know what I mean? Like they were pretty solid of a car.
For you know what the thing is, a lot of Chrysler Jeep and Dodge engines are based off of old Mercedes engines because for a time they were owned by Mercedes parent company.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why I like look at the key. I looked at the key fob of a Ram truck that I got to drive, and I was like, this is the same as a Mercedes key. And then I did a little research, and yeah, for a little while, Mercedes parent company owned Chrysler Jeep and Dodge.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
Yeah, and now they're partnered with Fiat, and I like Fiat.
Oh.
And now they're here in Canada.
Wait, then here's another good question then. Since you've already been in some powerful cars and stuff, what is the most then powerful car you've been actually in?
I think
It doesn't have to be you driving it either.
Okay, I drove an Aston Martin.
An Aston Martin?
Yeah.
Okay, shit.
That was powerful.
Yeah. No, because I already told you the story with my teacher and stuff.
Yeah,
so
you got to drive a BMW M4.
Yeah, I was in my teacher's literally BMW with twin turbo Dianas.
Diane.
Diane. Fucking in his M4. And I shit you not, this guy basically made me want to poop my pants because we stopped the equivalation of my room between a car in front of us and like literally like one wall to the other wall, and we went from 0 to 60 and then 60 to 0 again in that span, and I nearly had a heart attack.
His room is small.
Yeah,
What
I
the
want
hell?
my heart
This
wanted
is where,
to explode.
okay, the car is where I'm from that wall to where I'm sitting,
No, like to this wall, right?
and then up to there.
0 to 60,
What the
and I
hell?
saw, and this dude stops like that, and I literally was like, I think I almost died there, because I'm not even kidding. I was literally thrown around. Like, have you? Okay, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but because that was my first experience of feeling like an actual ragdoll. Like, I'm not even kidding. That was the most powerful thing I've felt so far. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there's other people who are like, yeah, they probably Lambo max speed and shit. But I'm like, I've not felt it yet. Because I was jammed into the M4 seat in the back. Like, squared into it. And I was like, shit. Like, it felt like I could have an indent. Like, you could literally pour, like, metal or something and make an outline of myself. So... The second question is, what is the most expensive car you've sat in?
I think it's that Aston Martin still.
Okay, because mine was actually randomly at I think it was actually at a motherly convention. I don't know why. It was when I was still in massage therapy, but they had a Rolls Royce there.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the Aston Martin was about $120,000 at the time.
Oh yeah.
Which Rolls Royce was which year?
I don't even remember, but I think it was literally like $350,000 worth.
It could be.
I think. I could be wrong, but that was dope though.
Yeah, no, those things are amazing. Like, if you're sitting in the backseat, they're amazing. Like, okay, so the thing about Rolls Royces, if you want to drive it yourself, you have to get the drop head, because it's a 2-door, 2-seater. If you get like the 4-seater, you have to get yourself a driver. It's kind of weird. Like, if you're driving your own Rolls Royce around, that's a 4-seater.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's literally like, what's the story actually behind Rolls Royce and stuff? Because I always felt like it was the car that literally you did not drive yourself. It was the car you were drove.
Okay, it's funny because they call themselves the world's greatest car, but at the same time, you bought it to be driven around in, which I never got. Like, I want one, but I don't want to be driven around in it.
Yeah.
I want to be the driver. I want to drive my car. That's the point of me having this car.
Okay, shit. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Because even then, like, anytime I hear Rolls Royce,
Yo,
I just
Royce is
think,
sick.
yeah, like, I just think of, like, you're not actually driving the car, you have your own butler, and he's just like, oh, where to, sir, you know what I mean, type of shit. Like, you hear Alfred's voice, and you're like, you know, like, you like, fucking go, like, you know, this destination, and it takes you there.
Okay,
You know?
what I would need is this, the Rolls-Royce Wraith.
Wraith.
Yeah, if I get a Rolls-Royce.
It does look sick, though.
Dude, no, straight up, because I am not going to be driven around, I will be driving this myself.
Okay. And since you have more knowledge on cars, though, let's finish out with the big granddaddy question of, if you had to pick in every single iteration of a car in the sense of truck, SUV, stuff like that, and now we're gonna ask
Oh,
that.
the perfect garage.
Yeah, the perfect garage is the question. So let's start off with okay, first of all, what is your least favorite thing to drive in the sense, you know, for garage?
For
like,
just like every day, or like in that perfect
no, like
garage?
if it's a truck, SUV, or whatever it
Okay,
is.
so
right? Like,
for
what
me,
is
it would be a truck, because I have no use of a truck. I don't need it.
Okay.
But okay, so because the perfect truck to me would be something that would work perfectly, and that would be the Toyota Hilux trucks.
Okay.
Which are also not allowed in Canada.
Yeah.
But they're perfect for a truck. Exactly what you need.
Okay. And so your reasoning for it. Okay, then what's your question of what do you need in a truck?
I need so a truck is to haul things around. So like if I'm hauling, let's say, a boat behind me, I need something that, for one, the truck needs to be reliable. Toyotas are the most reliable cars I can think of, and anyone in the world can think of. Hell, ask ISIS.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
but at
let's
the same
not
time,
talk about it. Let's just skip that little portion.
it's like a part of their brand.
Oh god. Either way. And then what else would you say that is needed for this truck? Like, you know,
Strength to pull. These
Strength
things got
pull.
really good torque, and they've been to the North Pole and back.
oh yeah, respectable.
Yeah,
Okay.
straight up.
And I guess what would be your second least favorite, car thing that you wouldn't want?
I don't know.
Okay, let's go to SUV then.
Oh, I love SUVs. G-Class Mercedes.
G-Class Mercedes. Why and what about it?
Okay, for one, it's all this flash about it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like, it's just the coolest SUV you can look at. It's got presence. It's like this. I could go to the mountains, but at the same time, I'm at home in my city. Kind of feel to it.
Okay.
And the at home in my city thing is the main thing for me.
Okay. All right. Respectable. Then now on to the next one. I would say what would be a let's see.
Sedan?
Yeah, sedan.
Perfect. So we're gonna talk like big sedan. So the big sedan would be the Jaguar XJR because I like being able to take corners when I drive, and being able to the idea of the sedan is that it's a luxury car, and the Jaguar does everything perfect. It's got the big V8 twin turbo, XJR. It's fast. It's corners. It has a ton of it has massage seats, and you can decide what color your odometer is.
Well, damn, that actually sounds fun.
It is fun.
Oh man. Then okay, since we went there, what would be your then choice of sport car?
Sport car. Oh, the Disco Volante.
Okay, why and what about
I
it?
told you it's my dream car is the Alfa Romeo 8C Disco Volante,
Okay.
and it's just this amazing car. It's a sports car that does everything right, and it's at a perfect level for it.
Okay. Then let's see. Then your supercar.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one is like oof. There's a lot out there, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Le Ferrari.
The Ferrari.
Le Ferrari.
Okay, shit. All right, let's see. Okay, and then I guess let's end it off and round it off with what would be your favorite for a motorcycle then? Because it would be the kind of like the black horse in the room.
Yeah, basically, because I don't ride motorcycles.
Yeah. Like if you were to get one and you got to put it in that garage, what would be in there?
Suzuki GSXR.
Oh, okay. And why? Well, what's special about this thing?
It's just such a cool bike. It's like I think like it has this vibe about it, just this cool vibe. It looks cool. Like ever since like the 90s to today, it's always been the coolest looking bike.
Okay, sweet. Then I have a strange last one that is important though. The worked on. The one that you, maybe with your dad or whatever, you work on. What would be the car and what would you do to it?
Okay, so my dad wants a truck to work on, like an old truck. But I want a car to work on. I want that I want to build myself would be a Mazda RX-7.
RX-7?
Yeah, RX-7.
Alright, respectable.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any more closing and things?
Don't drive like morons, Calgary. It snowed yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't able to answer majority of that fucking, if I had a perfect garage.
You came up with a question as well.
Yeah, no, because I guess if I had to answer for what would be a truck, ironically, it would be a modded truck. It'd be just the F1, like the original. I know
Ford
I've been
F1.
crapping on Ford, but honestly, the original F1, truck, but modded correctly. Like it's brought to the modern day. Why? Because it is a car that it just screams the past, and if you bring it to the modern day, it doesn't scream tough or anything, and it's just a respectable truck. You know what I mean? Like honestly, do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I do. Like it's a good looking truck.
Yeah, it's a beautiful truck, and it screams like it's history and stuff. It's literally the granddaddy of them all, and I'm like, you know what? I respect the granddaddy. I want to bring a modern day of it. But if I had to choose a truck, honestly, a Raptor though. Like
Raptor?
Yeah, a Raptor. Like the Raptor is just. I think it would be like the most solid pick out of them all.
It just really looks cool to me.
Yeah, that too. For an SUV though, that is a hard pick, but I would honestly pick the Porsche, That one
Oh, the
Porsche that
Porsche Cayenne?
yeah. The one that pulled the fucking Boeing, I was just like, okay, I'm impressed already. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, after watching them, get murdered on that one track with them, but I'm like, you know what, I still respect it too much though. If we had to go for a sedan, oh god.
You don't know much about sedans.
Yeah, I don't look actually at sedans that often though either. But actually, here's a question then for you. Is what would be the sedan you would pick for me then? And why?
Sedan for you.
Yeah, like if you're like, you had all the money in the world and you're like, fuck, what do I get Sean for a sedan to be? We're going to a big, let's say a car party or whatever, and they're bringing our whole fleet of cars, fucking, from our garage, and you're like, Sean doesn't have a sedan. Fuck, what do I do?
I don't know. Okay, so like because I'm in a big or go home kind of situation and feel, say probably a BMW M7.
M7?
Oh,
Okay,
no, wait.
yeah.
Do they make an M7?
Is it an M7? I'm not totally sure.
No, they make. Or no, wait. Actually, yo, they're re-releasing. They're releasing BMW.
Okay.
Do they make an M7 anymore? For a while they did.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, wait. I forgot about something else though.
What? Are you suddenly gonna want to
No,
change?
BMW. That's not sedan though. Oh shit! I'm having a tough time with this.
Because you're like, well, shit. I don't know. like, oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, that's boring. Everyone gets that. I'm just going through my head.
Okay. As you're on that, I'll finish up with the list, though, real quick. Because if I had to get a motorcycle, it would be, I believe it's the Ninja Suzuki.
You mean the Kawasaki Ninja?
The Kawasaki. Okay, there we go. It's been a while, though. I do not remember names easily.
Okay.
But the Kawasaki Ninja, the fastest motorcycle that was fucking there. I was like, holy shit. I just like that speed and stuff. Actually, I think I know what's a... Wait, I'm trying to remember. Was the best drifting car, like the one for drifting specifically that you said to me, a sedan?
Oh, a really good sedan for drifting would be the Vauxhall something or other.
Yeah, because I'm like, shit, I want to actually learn how to drift then. If I'm going to,
Okay,
drift,
you know what? We could just grab like an M3 sedan and do that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. M3.
Yeah,
M3 for Sean. Sean can have an M3.
There we go. What was the oddity thing? Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, I already said. Yeah, it pretty much would be an F1. Like if I got the chance to mod any car and make it look good and bring it to modern day, I would just paint the F1 traditional old red. You know what I mean? Have the ladder attachment and shit. Like just make it look like one of those old fireman cars and stuff. Respectively, it screams the past, and it's like, you know what? I would like one of those. Like it doesn't scream mean. Doesn't scream like you're compensating for anything. Like you're saying it now. There's some dudes that have way too giant trucks. Like I saw a dude with like the dual fucking back wheels, and I'm like, shit, man, your wife must not like that. Like shit, but yeah, man, like the F1 modded with like just traditional red paint and like good old fashioned kind of, olden days type of stuff. I think I would like it. Like. It's calm and chill, and I would love to work on one of those. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Shit.
Alright.
Yeah. And then if I had to go for a supercar, shit, that's actually going to be rough, but I think, it would be a really good, well, then again, I could just always go, like, fucking Veyron, or, well, Saron, because isn't it more supercar-esque?
Which one?
What is it called?
Oh, the Charon.
Yeah, the Charon, because isn't it just, it is
a supercar.
Yeah, the supercar version. Yeah, I think I would just go with that, because it would just be like, yep, fastest speed. Anybody that could challenge me, I would beat them. Just honestly.
Yeah.
Just hands down. Like, no, I don't think anybody would challenge that shit. Like, seriously. What other car would challenge that, honestly, though?
It's tough to beat a Charon right now.
Yeah, like, I don't think anything would. Because if I had to pick that thing, fuck. I'm pretty sure the people would be like, if they looked at my garage list, they'd be like, "The fuck is this?"
All right, I'd say that's it for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Unless you come up with anything else.
I'm good, yo.
Okay.
Okay, see you guys later.
Yeah. All right. Actually, do you want to ask the audience anything? You know,
What's your favorite car?
what's their favorite car?
Leave
Yeah.
it in the comments.
Yeah. What's your favorite car? All right. Everybody gonna have a good night and peace.